Hey, this is a trendy socialite. I hope all is well with you. Today's video is to talk about the inception of a new organization that is called a natural hair sorority named Pi Nappa Kappa. I first ran across this information maybe about a month, 6 weeks ago. Someone sent it to me somehow, and I went to the Facebook page and sort of checked them out. At that time they hadn't been formally named. They just wanted to, their whole premise was to gather 10,000 women together around the movement, the natural hair movement and things of that nature. So I tweeted it to my followers, and some people supported it almost from the beginning. Other ones, especially those that are already in Greek letter organizations, did have some concerns about it. But honestly, at the time, I didn't take it too seriously because it hadn't been named. Even when I read some of the wall posts, it appeared that they were throwing out ideas, and I didn't really see a lot of meat on the bones with it. So I thought, yeah, this might be cute, a cute way for people to create this sense of community or what have you, but I didn't think it was going to go much further than this. Well, 2 days ago, I was going through my Twitter timeline, and I noticed someone retweeted a blog post by Luvvie, and I will put her link in the description box below. And they were talking once again about the sorority, and so I said, well, must be the same thing I saw already. But so I clicked on it, and when I saw it, I realized that they had actually named the sorority, and they named it Pi Nappa Kappa. So I started just kind of scrolling through some of their wall posts and comments by different people, and I noticed that there are different numbers. They were saying what their numbers were, like their line numbers, and I was like, wow, those are some really big numbers. And so as I was reading, went back to and finished reading Luvvie's blog, the way that you join this particular organization is that you click the like button at the top of their Facebook page. Yeah. So I said, wow, that's not gonna go over too well Black Greek letter organization community at all. I mean, if only it were that easy for us to click a button in order to join our organizations. So tweeted it once again. Got some pretty strong responses from my Twitter family. Some positive, mostly not positive. So at first I wanted to kind of poll and see what the pulse was among my Twitter followers. I have a lot of Twitter followers that are natural. I have a lot of Twitter followers that are natural and are in Black Greek letter organizations. So I really felt like, it was a good audience just to kind of see. And the response was pretty clear for the most part on where a lot of people fell with it. So I'll be honest and share my opinion. I do have concerns. I have quite a few concerns about the organization. But as you will find out, the basis for my concerns is, I think, a lack of preparation on the part of the creators before its release. So I do have a list of things. So one of my concerns is regarding the name. That was sort of my first kind of initial because Nappa is not a Greek letter in the alphabet. And honestly, if this organization is trying to be taken seriously in the community, and I'm assuming they don't really want any affiliation with the Black Greek letter organization community, but even in the community at large, in the African American community at large, if they really are trying to be taken seriously, making up a Greek letter undermines that credibility. in my opinion, tremendously. So that's my first concern. My second concern is the process for joining, in terms of just having to click the like page in order to become a member. I think that also, I want to come just shy of the word mockery, but that's what's in me, is that it's kind of a mockery of the intake process of Black Greek letter organizations, and that it just cheapens the process that thousands, hundreds of thousands of men and women have had to go through to become a part of Black Greek letter organizations. So I'm not really feeling how you join. 'Cause like I said, if only it was that easy for us. And which sort of ties in with my next concern, because initially it was, you like the page, you become a sorority sister, whatever number you are in terms of the number of likes on the page, that, because you know Facebook pages have likes, that is your pledge / line number. So, you know, a couple of days ago there were like 1,685 likes. So there is someone out there with the line number 1685 and 1600 and 1450 and those sorts of things. So but apparently, as either time has progressed or people started asking a few more questions, there is an expectation that in order to become a true member of the organization, that you purchase apparel. And when you purchase that apparel, that is when you learn the secrets of that organization. I guess, you know, at this point, once you click like, you can know some of the public things, like the stuff that they post on their wall or whatever, their calls and their I'm assuming that they have colors, because the logo is like a kind of a dusty rose color and brown, and they have, I think, hand signals as well. But apparently there are other things for you to find out and learn if you buy this apparel, because that, I guess that is your quote, that makes you financial, and at that point you become a true member in the organization. And I don't think that people understood that initially when they clicked like to join. So in my opinion, it's a little bit of false advertising, a little bit. Definitely a lack of transparency. And I honestly don't really think it's malicious. I do think that it is a result of them not having thought this thing through, which is another. There are a lot of unanswered questions. I've watched a couple of videos, and actually one video, and we'll put the link below, is by Princess Tiffany 90, who shared her experience with the group, and she joined. She was all excited, thinking that she's going to be part of a sorority. And when she started, you know, kind of asking some questions, or apparently she saw a post about the purchase of apparel to become a member, I think she may have started asking some questions. And she actually posts a picture of the screenshot of this exchange between her and apparently the creator of this organization. That comment has since been removed, and Princess Tiffany has since been banned from the group. But she does recount her experience in this YouTube video, as well as share the screenshot of that particular exchange. I have a Twitter follower that apparently has talked to the creator and may be doing a blog post of her own about that dispels or disputes Princess Tiffany's and others, because it's not just her, others allegations of the purchase of apparel in order to become a member in the organization. So I will, once I get that link from my Twitter follower, I will post that below as well, so you can have the opportunity of both points of view from that perspective. But I think the unanswered questions, and perhaps this blog post will clear up some of those unanswered questions, really shows, or really it lessens the credibility of this particular organization. So while members of this organization and supporters of this venture are saying that people that aren't supportive, or people that are critical are not supportive and that they're haters, what it is that they're unanswered questions. There are things that appear shady. There's a lack of transparency. Honestly, I really don't know who the creators are. I haven't seen pictures of them. I don't know what their presence is like on YouTube. They may have a presence. I just don't really follow them like that. So it just sort of lessens their credibility because there are unanswered questions, and a lot of the unanswered questions surround the mission of the organization, the purpose of the organization, things like whether or not they're going to do community service. Because let's be frank, even if you're not in a Black Greek letter organization, you're not a part of the Divine Nine. If you grew up anywhere around somebody that was a member of an organization, if you watched movies, whatever, you sort of understand that community service is a part of what we do as fraternal and sorority organizations. So, you know, they're looking for those similarities, because if you're doing the calls, you have the colors, you're calling yourself a sorority, people expect for you to behave like a sorority. And I don't care what organization you are talking about in the Divine Nine and Black Greek letter organizations, you will always be able to find history. You will be able to find parameters and rules and protocols and procedures and a mission that's clear and a purpose that's clear. And the ideals of that organization is always clear. It's been clear from the start. No matter what year they were founded, like, you know what that organization stands for, no matter what organization it is. I have girlfriends in all of the Divine Nine sororities. I mean, close friends that, and you know their ideals, you know what they stand for, you know that it is a long-standing history of service, of excellence, of sisterhood, of, you know, just giving back to the communities and being examples in the community. And we're just not seeing what the purpose and the mission and the service of this organization is or is going to be. And I, honest to God, think that it's because they are sort of making it up as they go along. I don't think that this is malicious. I think they're just making it up as they go along. And because any organization, even if it's not a sorority or fraternity, anytime you create an organization, you have to have a purpose. You have to have parameters. You have to have standards. You have to have even some rules in the organization. And I just don't see that. It's not been made very evident in this particular organization, as is also proven by the fact that so many people have questions about and can't find the answers about mission and purpose and community service and those kinds of things. So I just think that it is a little bit of lack of preparation on the part of the founders or the creators of this group before they released it to the public.